Okay guys, so there's been a month since I bought this Sony Bravia X900E HDR TV. I would like to share some thoughts with you guys. It's like I said, it's been 1 month. I do have a couple of issues with it, so yeah. There are lots of reviews on the internet about the brightness, about the colors, about the contrast. So just please forgive me, but I won't be covering this. Just go see some specs. If this TV is brighter than another TV, it's gonna be brighter in real life as well. The color reproduction, we're gonna slightly jump on the topic over there. We would have to do a side-by-side comparison between one telly and another telly. I don't really have space for that, and I don't think it would be a good idea to show you guys a difference in colors, a difference in brightness, a difference in HDR modes, especially when you're not there looking at the TV and just watching the colors with your own eyes, because I'm recording this on a phone. Yeah, you won't be able to see as much difference as you would be able to see it live through this camera, through this lens. It's a waste of time. What I wanted basically to cover is to compare a 300 quid TV with a 1200 quid TV. I do have another TV that is like 2/300 quid, and it's a bush. Yeah, like a bush. Yeah, no joking, man, no joking. So just don't bush me, man. So yeah, there's no joke, it's a proper bush. Yeah, this is the remote for the bush, and you can see it's way bigger than the Sony remote. The buttons are clumsy, the buttons feel cheap, the responsiveness of the remote is not so nice. Build quality, you can definitely feel yeah, some differences. Even though it's smaller, the buttons are way more responsive and delicate. Like sometimes you have to push the button twice or even 3 times for the TV to react to the press. And over here you have no such issues. Also, when you turn the TV on and off, this is the on-off time of the Sony. Look, off, it reacts instantly. On, yeah, it's up and running. The other TV, switch it off, instant reaction. Switch it on, yeah, waiting. Yeah. So I'm covering this kind of a idea how to live with a TV, what's bothering me the most. So pressing the buttons on the Sony is nice. The Sony is very responsive. I can do more things quicker. I can change channels. I can fiddle with the settings. On any other TV that I had, and I had only like cheap TVs before, it was a pain in the ass. I was pressing buttons, pressing them twice, waiting for the TV to react, especially inside the Android system, switching between apps, and in YouTube app, just moving left and right between the movies, between the videos. It was a pain. Any other TV that I had, you just press a button, wait, it moves. Press a button, wait, it moves. Similar to, same thing with the on-off responsiveness. You press the button, you wait, and it turns on. The menu, sluggish, slow. So you don't have this here on the Sony. I've never had any issues, any sluggishness. It's just way more pleasant for the end user. I really feel comfortable pressing buttons on the remote, and I can see an instant reaction the TV is giving me. This TV is set to almost minimum brightness. See the brightness The brightness is 10. Maximum brightness is like 90. I'm using it set to 10 because it hurts my eyes. It's too bright for me. I can't really, cope with the brightness in this room. I need to set it to 10 to be able to look at it properly. I'm sitting close to the TV, so there's a couple of issues I ran into while using this Sony TV. Basically, I have my TV connected to my computer through a display port. So there's a display port at the back of my graphics card, display port to HDMI adapter, and then HDMI cable into the TV. It's a nice thing because you have only one cable and video and audio going through one cable, so it's a neat kind of a thing. But the problem starts when you play and stop music. For example, when I play any kind of a sound through the display port device on my computer, this dialog box appears on top, informing me that a new signal has been detected and there's a sound source, and it bothers me a lot. But when I change to my other sound card, it disappears. The problem just disappears. I reckon it's a driver problem. Maybe it's something to do with the TV as well. It's maybe too sensitive somehow. It's trying to refresh and update when it detects a change in the signal. Difficult to say. See, there's one good comparison between a LCD screen and a HDR TV. Basically, the blacks are completely black on the TV, and the blacks are still backlit on the LCD screen that you see on the side. So when the computer boots, you can clearly see the light being emitted from the LCD screen and brightening up the blacks, and the blacks on the TV are basically black. It's white versus white. So the white to the left is the Sony Bravia TV, and the white to the right is a plain standard LCD computer monitor. So yeah, another feature that is worth mentioning is the smooth gradation kind of a setting. I do have it set on high at all times. Basically, to give you a general idea, this is a 4K footage, and it's I'm gonna toggle between on and off. I would like you to concentrate on this area. So this is off, this is on, this is off. You see the squares? The little squares that appear everywhere, where the color is moving from one shade to the other shade. See the squares, the choppiness? This is on, this is off, this is on, this is off. It helps a lot. On, off, on, off. It helps a lot to smooth the colors out. Nice feature. I haven't seen this on any other TV. I'm just using basic standard settings. This is brightness 10, contrast 90, and all the other ones are basically listed here. I'm not using any extra processing power to give me more input lag and to degrade the picture more. Video options, HDR, automatic mode. It changes the picture dramatically, but you really need to have your footage shot in HDR to fully cope with this setting, because it's too much. It's too much for normal, ordinary use. If you don't have HDR content, it's just gonna blow out the colors. So there are different other settings in the other parts of the menus. In game mode, it gives me very little input lag, 2 or 3 milliseconds input lag here, and obviously more on the 4K TV, but the difference is minimal. All the other TVs that I had went with enormous input lag. You couldn't it was a pain in the ass basically. It was a nightmare. There's another thing about this Sony Bravia TV that I don't like. I don't know if this is a bug or an error or something, but when the local dimming option is turned on and when you have a couple of white elements, a couple of windows opened in different sections of the screen, the local dimming effect is trying to refresh and analyze where are the elements that should be highlighted, and this refresh brings this kind of like a dip in brightness for a fraction of a second. You can see there's a slight dip in the brightness. It's like a flash, not very noticeable, just a tiny bit. So that's another thing that I found about this TV. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.